Hi friends, it's Becky, and it's time for me to open up my September box for the Curated Bead Box. This is a monthly bead subscription where you get a pretty wide variety of some glass beads, usually a round shape. You'll get some findings, maybe a focal. You'll also get some a finding starter kit, which makes this a really great bead subscription for new beaders because it comes with everything that you need to get started. All you need to do is add some tools. It's a really good stash builder. It gives you a nice selection of round beads in various different sizes that you can create with and create from. I'm going to be organizing it into a 15 grid organizer for this one. Usually do an 18 grid organizer, but I have run out of them, so I'm going to be using that one. We'll see if it all fits, but we've got a list of everything that's on here on the front. There's a little picture of what we can expect in here, and I am loving these vibrant colors. Sometimes about this time of year, things start heading towards just neutrals, but I do love juicy berry colors, bright blues, bright pinks, bright reds. So this is going to be a delight to open up and see. So we'll get this organized. We'll get it made. Maybe we'll make something. I don't know. We'll see how inspired I am by this. Wow, I absolutely love this. That is fantastic. Okay, let's get these beads out of here. Let's get we've got a bead mix. We've got some loose beads here. We've got some enamel links. And this is the Finding Starter Kit. I'll just go over real quick what's in it, and this is something you can expect every month. It does vary. Sometimes it is gold findings, sometimes it's silver findings. Those are mostly the colors that you'll see in here for metals. We've got some head pins, some jump rings, some stretch cords, so you can do a stretch bracelet. There's lobster clasps. These are crimp beads that you can use with the beading wire that is included here. Some ear wires, memory wire, and that is all of our Findings Starter Kit. And it is a really good start to being able to make some things with these kits. Alright. Let's get these in here and let's read from here. Let's start with the biggest beads. We've got our 10mm beads. Also, there is a note on here that says bead sizes and types may vary, so it is possible that I might have a different size of beads than what it says on the box. But for the most part, it usually is what we get is what we see. So first we've got purple glass pearl beads. That's these ones here. I usually don't have any problems with the pearls that you get from the Curated Bead Box. They have a good finish on them. They very rarely peel off or scratch off, and they're decent size usually. They are a good solid thing to have in your stash. We're going to go ahead and get these on there. This is an 8-inch strand, and these are 10mm beads again. Should be able to fit all of these guys in here, hopefully. Okay. Got one lingering here. Alright, so there's our 10mm bead, our pearls. Then we've got a light red crackle glass bead. That's this, and this is a very bright cherry red. It leans towards the cool side of reds rather than the warm reds, and I absolutely love that for this crackle glass. It is so bright and vibrant, and I absolutely love that. What a fantastic theme. And then we've got Starry Sky Abstract Glass. This is a 6-inch strand, and we've got pink and blue metallics on this sort of gray colored glass. Let me snip this open. Next, we've got some 8mm beads. So we've got some purple blossom spray, 8mm beads. This is a 10-inch strand. So you've got these little blossom sprays on here. And I'm getting them organized while I'm opening them. And let's see what else we got. Stars and Stripes abstract glass bead. That's this one. It looks like it is, oh no, this one. Yep, this one. And it's got sort of a pink color bead with silver and blue metallic bits on that. Alright, and then let's see, we've got a red and blue crackle frosted duo. This is that first one that I was looking at that I was like, ooh, I love this. So in parts where they kind of blend together, there's a little line of purple. Out so well. I've got like one of these beads that's just a little too much for that section, so I'm moving it over there for now. Alright, then we've got some 6mm beads. These are red glass pearl beads. And this red is a little bit more warm leaning than the other red, which is definitely more cool leaning. This is a 16-inch strand, and again, I really have never had any problems with the pearls that you get from Curated Bead Box. They're a good solid staple to have in your stash. And then we've got 1 ounce of the Berries Designer Mix. That's this one right here. I think I'm going to open up this mix and sort it in a little bit after we look at some of these other beads and I get them in here. We have 12mm amethyst gemstone beads. So these are actual amethyst. These are 6 of them. And again, they are larger, so they are the 12mm size. And there are several of them to choose from in here. And we've also got 10mm red pressed glass beads. This is 1 ounce of these. Oh, these look almost exactly like cherries. I am in love with this. Look at that. That is delightful. Oh my goodness. Yes. But it looks like they are also 10mm, like these other 10mm beads. There we go. Got an extra one of these in here. Alright. I have two of these guys hanging out in here, refusing to come along quietly with the rest of them. Alright. So berry. Alright, we'll get to this one in just a minute, but let's take a look at our links. These are chandelier links. So you can do multiple strands, or you could have a pair of earrings with some drops hanging down from both of those. Or maybe multiple strand bracelets or something like that, but they've got the enamel or the paint on one side. That's what they look like on the other one. Looks like we've got one in blue. We've got one in red. And we've got a set in purple to go with all of these guys in here. Alright, now let's sort through our bead mix, see what we've got. I have some extra spaces available here, so I can probably separate some of these out. Like I've got these purple crackle glass beads. That could go in one section. I've got these ovals with kind of an AB finish on one side, and these abstract beads that are like two colors. They're blue and purple with silver lining on them. Looks like we've got a couple tiny ones that are very similar. They'll go there. Then we've got some red beads with a silver line, some small round red beads, and those are about 4mm. Got a few purple ones as well that are also 4mm. These guys have a matte finish, a black matte finish on them. I think I'm going to do purple beads with the other purple beads. Yeah, and then we're going to have some red beads here. That is definitely how we're going to divide those up by colors and things. And I think these are going to go in here with the more crystally colors. Alright, so let's take a look at our red beads some more. We've got some of these sort of peanut shape beads or bone shape beads, several of these in fact. And then these are some seed beads. They are a little inconsistent in sizing and shapes. They're very organic looking though. This dark red color, it's about the same color as my little ladybug on my dish. Then we've got these with sort of a darker blue, again seed beads as well, and then like a lighter purple, more of a lavender color. I'll go ahead and put those with our purples back there. Alright. And there we have it. We have our Berry Patch Curated Bead Box. I think I'm going to have to sit and look at my beads for a little bit before I come up with a good project. I do have an idea. One thing that is kind of sparking in my brain right now is grabbing some green craft wire like this and doing like maybe a little vine or something around there with wire with the beads wrapped to it, or having some little leaf shape things that add to it for these sorts of things. I was just thinking, looking at all these, I was like, we could add some green wire and that would be just amazing. And I got this from Softflex if you were curious about that. But yeah, I'm very into these and I am ready to start creating. I love the vibrant colors. I am going to have a little think though and come up with some designs to share with you. If you're interested in Curated Bead Box, I will leave a link in the description below and you can check them out. I also have a coupon code that'll give you 35% off your first box. It is one of the most frugal bead subscriptions out there, so it is already at a discount, but then you get a little bit extra off of your first box using that coupon code. Until next time, my friends, happy beading!